Have you ever read a text message one way and then gone back a day later and it felt completely different? That's not just mood, that's nervous system. Because story follows state. What you perceive in a moment depends entirely on how safe your body feels. When you're in a trauma response, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, or flock, which I talked about in the last series, your brain's job is to protect you, not to show you the full picture. So what does it do? It narrows your vision, literally and psychologically. So biologically, this is called tunnel vision. You've probably heard it before when you kind of get narrow in on just one thing. Under perceived threat, your pupils dilate, your focus sharpens, peripheral input fades. This is incredibly adaptive if you're trying to survive. But if you're trying to discern truth, build connection, or reclaim your power, that narrow lens becomes your Achilles heel. It causes you to misread text messages, misinterpret silence, over-personalize conflict, assume the worst because that's what kept you safe before. But here's the thing. The same system that narrows your vision to survive can widen your lens when it feels safe. This is called your window of tolerance, which I also talked about in the last series. It's the range where your nervous system can stay regulated and present even with challenge. When that window expands, you don't just feel better, you see better. You interpret differently. You respond instead of react. You notice the full picture, not just the threat. And that's the paradox. Your trauma response, your narrow field of vision, was once a curse that cost you clarity. But when integrated, it becomes a gift because now you're not just sensitive to threat. You're attuned to nuance. You notice what others miss. You hold complexity without splitting the world into good or bad. That's what happens when you move from surviving to seeing. The very thing that was once your Achilles heel, your trauma, it becomes post-traumatic growth because you start to see more clearly than other people sometimes. And I'll talk more about this in the next video.